So I'm going to put on this horizontal corner bead. This is the mud consistency that I use. It's fairly thick, just because I don't want it to drip too much. And I'm using a 6-inch knife. So the first thing that I'm going to do is get the mud on like that, and then just cross wipe it like that. Okay, so now that I've laid it on, I want to level it off. So I take the knife like that, and I just do that. So now I have a consistent depth of mud right across. The bottom one's a little tricky because it wants to drip. So I take the mud like this, and I just go like that. So this takes a little longer than the top. So now that I've put the mud on, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just level it off to make sure that I have an even depth. So you will get some dripping of the drywall compound, but you just clean it up at the end. So I take the corner bead and I've already kind of bent back the flanges, the paper flanges, just so that it goes on a little easier. Now I just push it in. So to splice the next piece, what I do, I put it on like that, and then I grab my snips, and I put the snips right there, and I just make a little cut. Take it down, finish that cut. Sometimes the snips can deform the end of the corner bead, so I just kind of pinch it back into the shape that it should be. Put it on. As you can see, it's fairly close enough. Actually, it's right on. Okay, here's an important part when wiping the corner bead. Start in the middle and work out to the edges. Now just keep watching because there's an important part coming up. So as soon as you've applied it, take your knife and just put it like that. And what you should be looking for is you should be able to, when looking at it from this direction, be able to see light coming through. That means you have good spacing. If because sometimes your whole corner bead can be pushed off, can be too far this way and not far enough that way. So here I don't see any light. Here I see a lot of light, so that means we're gonna have to put like a thick amount of mud on that side and almost no mud on that side. We don't want that. So just make sure that you see an even amount of light and just adjust it as needed. And you can do that adjustment just by pushing on the knife. Almost done. Now what I do is just where I spliced it, is I just put a little bit of mud this way, kind of wipe it off, and that will just make it easier when I come to coat it. So yeah, that's basically the basics of coating a horizontal bead with hand tools.